Have you ever gone somewhere and expected to know what was going to happen? You had a really good vision for how everything was going to go, and then it turns out to be pretty different than how your imagination went. It turns out it was so much better. I, with some of my fellow flower friends from BloomTV network, had been invited to go to Denver, Colorado and spend 48 hours filming for the PBS 12 studios and filming fun content to be aired on BloomTV network and Made TV network. We had a live crew, 2 different locations, ready and prepped to film some of our activities, some of our bouquets, some holiday sessions, and I had been assigned 6 different segments. This was my very first time for filming in studio, and I found myself a little bit nervous, and I couldn't decide if it was anxiety or nerves. But then Matt said, "I think you're excited." I loved seeing all of the behind the scenes setup, and I thought you might as well. So we had this house set up so it would feel more comfortable about some of the conversations we were having, as well as the holiday sessions that we were filming. This group, right here in this image, they brought their passion, man. They brought their A game, their passion for their creativity. And between the 17 of us, the crew, and everybody who came together to make all of this film happen, I was so inspired because collectively we can create something more powerful that lives on further and longer than all of us. Working in this synergy where we play off of one another, we paint together, we laugh together, and we just help one another. When you have the same goal in mind, it is very possible to work together, to create something and to lift each other up. Whether you've just met or you've known each other 5 years, that is a possibility. It is a real thing that is possible. So when I came home, I remember just thinking about them and thinking, I wonder how this is going today, and I wonder how this is going today. Because if you listen and you truly lean in, you will hear what's not being said, and their stories will capture your heart long past the time you spend together. So although the cameras were on, we forgot. We did a gift exchange. We told what some of our favorite holiday memories were. We got to know each other. We asked real questions, things that mattered. It would have been easier just to stay home. It would have been easier to not travel across the country, not get all of our supplies together, not coordinate our outfits and all the things that we thought about doing. But putting our hearts together and spending time understanding how important this time is, making it very special, bringing it into the significance of, do we see how powerful this moment is? Do we understand what we're doing here? It was my turn for the PBS 12 studio in the big room. I had 5 segments in the home studio, but on day 3, it was time to step into the studio and do some projects on camera with the big lights and all the big equipment, all the places I'd never been before. I found some familiarity with talking to the camera. I definitely found it very familiar to be with my creativity and my paints, and I thought this table is nothing different than anything at home. There's a few more people watching. There's a few more people talking. But through that screen, there's one person that needs to hear how to do this. What's my message? How can I make their lives a little bit easier? How can I add joy and just fun to their project? So I reminded myself, just talk to the one person on the other side of the screen. You'll forget your nerves, because just imagine that she needs you. He needs you. He needs to know how to do this. Because when you can share motivation and inspiration, you're making a human connection that is much deeper than any camera crew or any nerves or any filming. So as my final segment started to come to a close and I started relaxing, my shoulders relaxed, I started thinking about how powerful a network centered around flowers and centered around goodness, where their core value is kindness and helping and reaching for other people and pulling them up. And I felt so proud to be a part of something that's much bigger than me, where people are vulnerable, because what do you got to lose? Where people are sharing the hard stuff, the good stuff. So please check out BloomTV Network, Made TV Network, and be inspired, get involved, get creative, and get in touch with your own creativity.